Stand by your booth premiere. Yes, National Film Board. This is where you can check out the screenings in here. Is this the free refreshments area?
Yes, it is. Here.
Right on. Okay.
Can I get you a beer? Sure.
Hey,
Come on. Yes.
Shan, your family.
Yes.
Hey, baby.
Stand by your booth.
Run, robot, run. Going through all of them.
I'm a musician.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures.
That makes complete sense to me.
Right on. This is Chris.
If you understand light and you understand sound.
You're right, it doesn't work the second
It's like
time.
Jean-Michel Jarre. You're like, yeah, I knew it wouldn't. Mainly my fault.
You guys find out this? Are you going right home or?
It's happening. Look at this. This. And cut.
What's that? It's a gun umbrella.
Otherwise, we're going to start making long distance calls after the show.
Where was it?
It was on the side table.
Oh, that's mine.
Ah, there we go. Okay, we have to admit we did make one long distance call. Oh. Just in Australia. There was.
It's an umbrella. It's a fucking umbrella.
Just slide.
Yeah, hang on. I don't know what happened there. That was Terry. Yes, Terry's right here. Okay, I love you.
I have an opening for lunch, if you know what I mean. An opening.
I'm not going to be able to make that.
Oh, I think you can make it. I think you can make it with me all night long, Mr. Manly Manrail. Come and get me when you're ready.
Oh, hey, thanks, Nick.
For what? Someday you're gonna have a machine in your hand that will give you a blowjob, regrow your bald spot, and write a letter that makes your mama cry. But until then, you're just wasting your time with that fucking thing. Now put it away.
Okay.
Guys, do you know what bespoke is?
Yeah, it's like bebop. Jazz.
This is a hand-tailored suit. Feel it. Come on. Now get your hand off my titty. This is the finest cloth you will ever touch. That's enough. That's enough.
It's nice. Very nice.
Now, I didn't get to wear this suit by waiting for someone to email me back.
A fantastic cast. Thanks to Marjorie for helping put it together. And our crew were great. We had a very professional, top-notch crew. We only had a 3-day shoot, so everybody had to be on their game, and the actors and the crew were on their game for the whole thing, which is great. I need to thank Rob Fisher. Where are you, Rob? Right here. Rob is our production manager, and he did so much for 3 or 4 months on the show, wearing multiple hats, and he had to be a location manager. So Aiden was our editor. Sometimes you can't really tell what an editor does if you're just watching a show, but I'll tell you that Aiden helped shape this show, and he did things that I thought were impossible to do, and really had a lot to do with what you're about to see. So I thank you, Aiden.
Thank you.
Chris? Yes. Come on up.
Less Janet.
Less Janet and less.
You're just going to get the chair in here.
Yeah, that's right. Someone said she's stuck in the elevator. No, let's go get her. Come on. All of us. Do you guys have any questions about the production or anything these guys went through in achieving what you saw out there?
What was it like spending 14 years trying to get this made and then finally getting it done to this point?
Well, you know, when I first made it, it was really just a short movie on my way to making a feature, and it wasn't like a long journey. I only really picked this up again 2 years ago. So, you know, but, you know, working on it for the last 2 years, I'm very excited to see it when it comes on TV.
What attracted those of you in the cast to, was it the script or?
For myself, it started in an interesting way, just as a read-through, and I read a different character and so on, and it was a different group of people altogether. But it was such a fun read, and there was an audience there, and you get to see the response, you know. So you have your initial reaction to it, and then you see people respond to it, and it was a lot of fun. And then I just kind of went about my life, and then you get a phone call a little while later saying, you know, there's another character we're interested in. And so it was great to jump on board again.
You read as Eugene's character, didn't you?
Exactly, but it seemed Gene was much better, so I can't disagree.
You're as intimidating, I would say.
Well, for me, Marjorie called me for an audition, and then I got it. And I had a choice: get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do some personal training and train people for 14 hours, or work for 3 hard days. And they said, well, work for him. Actually, there was a scene, Daniel let us, but in my case, let me improv during the audition scene.
That's right, that's right.
And when he let me go, I just went. And even on the day of the shoot, he allowed a little room. But what's cute is you do something and Daniel go, no, come here.
So when we were casting for the part of the boss, Eugene walked into the room, and Chris and I felt nervous already. and so he was scary, which was part of what we were looking for, but then we did this improv, and we were just like, we're on the floor laughing because he was just so funny. So we thought, well, and so as a writer, you know, when you find somebody who not only brings your character to life, but also brings so much more to the character than you ever expected, that's when you know that's a win. And that was.
And selfishly, when we shot the bathroom scene, that was probably about a 4-hour scene that we did in there. Gene did it repeatedly over and over and over again. Sometimes he sang it gospels, all different forms, and it was just amazing. From an audience point of view, we just had to stand there and watch.
Well, when you work with guys like this, I mean, this guy's on everything. It's like, oh shit. Okay. You gotta bring your game.
One of the things I enjoy watching the bathroom scene, along with Eugene's work, is the listening to these two guys, because I always find that as an actor, being engaged to listen is one of the more challenging things. And these guys, if you watch it, were doing a lot when they were listening. I always get impressed with that.
That was the first thing we shot.
Yeah.
So it was like, welcome to set. React for 3 hours.
Very hot little bathroom.
There was about like 12 people in that bathroom.
If you're ever going to react for 3 hours, I think with Eugene breathing down your face, it looked pretty natural.
Yeah.
There's something to work with there. Yeah.
What are your plans? Tell us a little bit about, you shoot this, you've written other episodes. Where do you go from here?
So we have a distributor on board called Tricon Films, and they're based in Toronto, but also office in LA, and she is going to be the one who takes us out to broadcasters. She has a relationship with all the broadcasters. They have about 25 shows on the air, so if anybody can sell it, that's her job.
And what would be what kind of a station or broadcast distributor?
This is for cable, as you know from some of the languages. So HBO Canada, the Movie Network, Showcase. I think Chris has an answer that's just waiting to get out. When the people guess the question,
Yep. 7.
When we shot Chris's stuff, it was for Pat and I think the funniest moment on set for the whole thing, because basically they just asked Chris to improvise really specific questions about escalators.
It was so good it didn't make it in.
But Aiden and I laughed a lot at it. We played it many times.
And they were so specific.
Yeah. Well, he had language that we thought was real. It sounded so specific.
Oh, yeah, I was like viscosity, and I
it's weird when you have this challenge of like, okay, I've got 10 minutes to come up with a believable technical question about handrails that I've never cared about and never will again. I think like length per meter was like one weird thing. Like overall viscosity. I was trying to come up with something like the grip of a handrail, the stickiness of a handrail.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that anymore. And the answer was 7.
It was.
Anything else?
That was great.
Thanks for coming.